What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video with myself, Hoxton. So guys, listen, in this video, as you remember, a couple of weeks ago I was over in Birmingham and I was down there to go and check out the big outlet store that was the House of Phrases that was doing tons of outlet items. But what I thought I'd share with you in this video is my little walkthrough of Birmingham whilst I was there. And as ever, when I'm passing through these cities around the UK, I am seeing the same thing with lots of these stores closed down, lots of retailers that are just vacant, and it's a really sad state of affairs what's happening up and down the country. I just don't understand why it is that the government are raising the prices and the costs and the rates for these small businesses when they're really the lifeblood of the community, and it's something that I just feel is really sad. But anyway, one of the main things I wanted to do is take you through this TKmaxx over in Birmingham, because in the last video I did when I went to the TKmaxx in Ilford, which was what one of the followers highlighted to us had a lot of deals, I thought I would do one in Birmingham, because a couple of comments in that video, for example, people were saying we don't see stuff like this outside of London and my local store is no good, so I wanted to see what they had in the Birmingham store and if it was worth passing through. It was so funny because on some of the comments I had some of the guys on there saying,
Hoxton, you're shilling the community. It's clearly a clever marketing ploy that you guys are doing. You're maybe teaming up with TKmaxx.
Listen, some of you guys have been too long in the pandemic and you've been in the house for too long, and now you're coming up with all these conspiracy theories, which is
actually quite entertaining and quite funny, to be honest with you.
But listen, these videos are not sponsored by TKmaxx. This is literally our followers and our community that are telling me, mate, go and check out the store. So that's the reason why I'm down here today in the Birmingham store, to come and check it out. So look, the Birmingham store does have a gold label section. I did notice that they also had some designer stuff downstairs in the shelving area downstairs. They had different bags and accessories and stuff like that, so they have got that in the Birmingham store. Now listen, when you're going through TKmaxx, you're not going to be finding mad grills just poking everywhere. You literally have to take time to go around and find out, which is exactly what I did here. Now I found this jacket, for example, which was Herno, which is an Italian brand, which is quite nice. Norse Projects, D squared, more D squared. Here, D squared. Okay, there's quite a lot of D squared in this one. But the point that I'm making is it's literally a matter of taking time to go through the aisles, which can be time consuming, it can be a bit frustrating, but you need some patience. And I guarantee you're going to find some pretty decent items. This is not me trying to, I didn't even know what this word was, but the guy was like saying,
you gotta stop shilling stuff.
I mean, what is this guy? Is he a granddad or something? All I'm trying to do is show people where they can find deals, and it's as simple as that, okay? Now listen, we've got some brands here, like this brand, Sunflower Jeans, which I haven't heard of the brand, but it looked pretty decent, and they were like 30 quid or 20 quid or something like that. I found this nice knit over here by Norse Projects. Norse Projects is a nice brand that does some really cool stuff, so it's worth checking them out as well. But I think the point is that you can go into TKmaxx and you can find one or two pieces for some really decent prices if you know how to search. Now, whilst I was going through the rails, I also spotted another brand which I quite like, which is called Colourful Standard. They do really nice blanks, guys. So if you're looking for good quality blanks, check them out. But I noticed they had quite a few of those in Birmingham. Lots of Lacoste. I'm not really a massive Lacoste fan myself, but I did find a couple of Fred Perry pieces. And as you know, I do like my Fred Perry pieces, so they had quite a few in there as well. Also saw some Penfield, Polo, got some, I don't know what brand that was, Polo, but point again is there are quite a few brands that you could find. You don't have to be spending big boy cheese to go and get one or two tops or one or two nice pieces. Now some people are like,
look, it's just utter rubbish in here, it's just utter tat.
And look, some of the stuff is not that great, some of the stuff is not for you, and that's okay. It might be for someone else who doesn't really overly care about it being a super brand name and they just want some reasonable price clothing. What is wrong with that? All I'm saying is, mixed in with this stuff, you might find some brands that are actually really cool, and that could be in the traditional stores that we like, but they end up being right here in TKmaxx, and you can get it for a fraction of the cost. I don't see what the problem is. I used to come and get stuff from TKmaxx all the time. I don't care. I couldn't care less what people think, what anyone says. If I see something, I like it, the price is right, that is good enough for me. Especially in these times now when people are looking to stray away from spending too much money on clothing, but still are looking for stuff that will give them a bit of style, you know, a little bit of swag, some nice items without breaking that bank account, then again, I reiterate, TKmaxx is a good place to check that out. And no, Mr.
Stop shilling everyone, Hoxton. This is clearly a good marketing ploy.
No, Mr. This is not a marketing ploy. TKmaxx wanted to work with us, but they said the only way we could work together is if I don't mention any of the brands that I find in the store. So for example, so all the high-end brands, they don't want to be known that they're in this store. So if I come and do a video saying, oh, there's Gucci or Stone Island or CP Company, TKmaxx would not like that. So for that reason alone, I have not done any collaborations with TKmaxx. So this video is not sponsored. It's simply just something to help the community, and that's what a vast majority of our videos are about. Okay, but look, I found this nice shirt from Barbour. I do like quite a few of Barbour's things. I do think they're quite nice, and the price on that one was really decent as well. Also shifting through the racks, I managed to find some other brands through here as well, more Barbour shirts, and I really like the look of this one as well. I thought this one was quite smart. Here, look, I found a Cold Wall, which is a bit like a nice kind of premium streetwear brand. A Cold Wall is it's the protege, one of the proteges of Kanye West, or was it Virgil Abloh? One of the two, I can't remember. But look, quite a lot of Dolce & Gabbana in this store as well. Barbour there again. Sometimes what you'll find is at different periods, you'll just have a particular brand that seems to be frequenting your TKmaxx, and that means that TKmaxx have literally just picked up a whole bunch of items from that particular brand, and they're spreading it out throughout their shops up and down the UK. So that's what's usually happened. I think last week we saw there was a lot of, when we was at the Ilford, we saw that there was a lot of Puma Ami. There was also a lot of is it not Arc'teryx? Oh yeah, before I get into it, I also found this Calvin Klein jacket, which I thought was really nice. The quality was really good on it. I thought it looked nice, and the fit was, and everything was good. The only problem is it was a size small, or I would have considered picking this up. I think this one was like about 120, 130, which I think for the quality was actually really nice. Also found some more Fred Perry stuff. As you know, I'm a fan of Fred Perry. More Lacoste in there. Not a huge fan of Lacoste myself. And of course, some more Barbour. So look, is it high quality, super high rated Louis Vuitton, Gucci stuff? No, it's not. It's just good quality clothing for an actually not too bad price, okay? So yeah, so big shout out to the Birmingham store. It did seem that they had quite a few brands in there. I also found this really nice duffel coat by Polo Ralph Lauren, which had a really nice quality to it, but the price point on this one was a little bit high at £499, so probably more than a little bit high, but that was a nice coat. £500, probably quite a lot of money for that, but it was a nice piece nonetheless. Here again, I saw this nice Fred Perry jacket. This one was $219, down from $540. I mean, look, the price was not super cheap, but that was a good quality jacket, that one. It had, granted it wasn't real fur, but it had the faux fur around the neck. Found some Scott pieces as well. That was a nice overshirt. I can't remember the price on that one. Lots of stuff in the jeans rack also, which was there. More Barbour stuff. They seem to have a lot of Barbour in this one. So for me, Barbour is really good for your simple type of layers, simple sweats, simple pants. I think they're quite good. But that was it. That was literally my little tour of the TKmaxx. And I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as... I would say this one was one of the better TKmaxxes that I saw. And again, it is a matter of taking time, going through the aisles, having a look, identifying the type of brands that you've seen in there. And hopefully with this video, I've highlighted some of the brands that you can find in there. And you'll be able to make yourself a saving. I mean, for people that are not looking to pay RRP, they're not looking to spend big money, they're not looking for these crazy, outrageous brands, TKmaxx is a really good place to shop. But once I came out of the store, I was walking around just checking out Birmingham City, just seeing what it was about. And to be honest with you, I was back at it again, walking around the centre and looking at some of the buildings that were shut down. And I came across this area here where I just saw lots of closed down retailers, closed down shops. And it's just a really sad state of affairs, seeing all this stuff, which was a real shame. So I really do hope that retail fashion can have a turnaround. But looking at the way things are, it's not looking great for retail fashion right now. Even when I was up in Sheffield recently, I noticed the same thing. Even when I was over in Bristol recently, I noticed the same thing. Lots of closed down stores, and it's just a real shame that this is going on and that the government is allowing it to happen. So yeah, but anyway, that was my little trip to Birmingham. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got lots more coming, so make sure you stay tuned for it. Peace.